Good day, everyone. On behalf of Group 1 SDA, I welcome you all in this video presentation about disaster preparedness during typhoon and landslide. So the learning outcomes of this topic first is to demonstrate an in-depth understanding of concept related to disaster preparedness during fire, earthquake, or other calamity that needs immediate response from any trained civilians before, during, and after emergency situations. Number 2, to demonstrate concerns for the deprived, depressed, and unprivileged, or the DDU, or people with special needs in their own family or of their community in the event of emergency and disasters. What is a typhoon? A typhoon is a mature tropical cyclone that develops between 180° and 100° east in the northern hemisphere. This region is referred to as the Northwestern Pacific Basin and is the most active tropical cyclone basin on Earth, accounting for almost 1/3 of the world's annual tropical cyclones, according to Wikipedia.
What to do before a typhoon? It is important to monitor updates about the weather, especially if there is a possibility of a low-pressure area to develop into a typhoon and if your area will be affected by it. Here are the things that you should do before a typhoon hits your area. 1. Listen to weather updates and advisories. 2. Keep watch for warnings and plans regarding evacuation in your community. 3. Check your house condition and make necessary repairs. 4. Keep your typhoon kit in an area where you can easily get in case of emergency. 5. Bring your pets and livestock in the designated evacuation area for animals. Keep them in a safe place. 6. Evacuate immediately once asked by the authorities to do so.
What to do during a typhoon? During a typhoon, listen to weather updates if possible. Stay alert for any sign of threat in your area and do the following. First, remain calm and stay inside your house or the evacuation center. Second, turn off main switch for utilities like water and electricity. Third, have a flashlight or lamp in hand in case of emergency and loss of electricity. And last but not the least, keep away from possible dangers like glass windows.
What to do after a typhoon? Even after a typhoon has passed, we should still be alert and continuous because its aftermath can still pose danger to us. Here are things to remember after a typhoon. First, before returning home, wait for authority to announce that it's safe to go back to your area. Second, keep away from danger like structures with damages, falling trees, damaged power lines. Third, give way to rescue and emergency teams. Fourth, be extra careful when making repairs at home. Fifth, before switching the electricity on, make sure there are no wet or submerged outlets or appliances. 6. Check possible for burning place for mosquitoes and remove rainwater.
What is a landslide? A landslide is defined as movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. Landslides are a type of mass wasting which denotes any downslope movement of soil and rock under the direct influence of gravity. What to do before a landslide?
The key to staying safe is to prepare and to have an emergency plan in place. Find out if you live in an area where landslide could potentially happen. Landslide may also be referred to as mudslide, debris flows, mud flows, or debris avalanches. Listen to local news and weather reports for any potential landslide watches and warning in your area. Talk with your family and neighbors about what you would do during a landslide. Identify a safe place to gather. Have practice drills with your family so you know what to do and are prepared. Become familiar with the land around where you live and work so that you understand your risk in different situations. Avoid actions that could increase instability. For example, don't undercut a step bank, don't build near the top or base of step slopes, don't place fill on step slopes, and don't drain swimming pools or otherwise increase water flow down step slopes. Learn how to recognize the signs of potential imminent landslide. This could include slope cracks, slope bulges, an unusual seepage of water on the slope, sudden changes in the stream flow and small rocks falling. Watch the patterns of the storm water drainage and slope near your home, especially where runoff water converge. Know who to notify if you see the signs. Have municipal emergency contact number on hand. Have your emergency kit ready. Make a personalized emergency kit. Families should be prepared to be self-sustaining for at least 3 days. Kits should include practical items such as drinking water, food, cash, and even a portable radio. However, they should also include items that are unique to your own family needs. This could include the baby items, medical prescriptions, pet food, and etc. If you have already dipped into your emergency kit and food supply while staying at home, consider safely getting the supplies to replenish it, following your local public health authorities' guidelines for leaving your residence. During the COVID-19 pandemic, also add hygiene items such as hand sanitizer and non-medical masks to your kit to keep your family safe during an evacuation.
During the landslide, the things we need to do are the following. Be prepared to evacuate at a moment's notice. If you suspect imminent danger, evacuate immediately. Inform affected neighbors if you can and contact your public works, fire or police department. Listen for unusual sounds that might indicate moving debris such as trees, cracking or boulders knocking together. If indoors, find cover in the part of the building that is the farthest from the approaching landslide. Take shelter under a strong table or a bench. Hold on firmly and stay put until all movement has stopped. If outdoors, make quickly away from its likely path, keeping clear of embankment, trees, power lines, and pools. Stay away from the landslide area. The slope may experience additional failures for hours to days afterwards. If you are in your car, watch for collapsed pavement, mud, fallen rocks, and other indications of possible debris flow.
What to do after a landslide? Continue to take precautions and listen to and follow directions from local authorities. Listen to radio, watch your local news channels, and or follow your local news outlet and or emergency officials on social media for further instructions from official and local leaders. Stay away from the slide area until local officials say it's safe to enter. Look for and report broken utility lines to appropriate authorities. Reporting potential hazards will get the utilities turned off as quickly as possible, preventing further hazard and injury. Check your home foundations, chimney, and surrounding land for damage. Replant damaged ground as soon as possible because erosion caused by loss of ground cover can lead to flash flooding. If you suspect your home is unsafe, do not enter. Rely on the professionals to clear your home for re-entry if you are unsure. Experiencing a disaster is challenging enough, but during the COVID-19 pandemic, it can feel even more difficult. The Red Cross has many resources available to help you navigate these challenging times. Demonstrate concern for the deprived, depressed, and unprivileged, or people with special needs in their own family or of their community in event of emergencies and disasters. Different populations may face similar risk of exposure to the negative effect of environmental and man-made disasters, but their actual vulnerability is dependent on their socio-economic conditions, civic and social empowerment, and access to mitigation and relief resources. Individuals with disabilities are disproportionately affected in disaster, emergency, and conflict situation due to inaccessible evacuation, response, including shelter, camps, and food distribution, and recovery efforts. Common experience reveals that persons with disabilities are more likely to be left behind or abandoned during evacuation in disasters and conflict due to a lack of preparation and planning, as well as inaccessible facilities and services and transportation systems. Most shelter and refugee camps are not accessible, and people with disabilities are many times even turned away from shelters and refugees camps due to a perception that they need complex medical service. Disruption of physical, social, economic, and environmental networks and support systems affect persons with disability much more than the general population. There is also a potential for discrimination on the basis of disability when resources are scarce. Furthermore, the needs of persons with disabilities continue to be excluded over the more long-term recovery and reconstruction efforts, thus missing another opportunity to ensure that cities are accessible and inclusively resilient to future disasters.